Former lawman here, back with another body cam breakdown. I do these breakdowns based on my 20 years of law enforcement experience in Southern California and the fact that I investigated officer-involved shootings. This case comes out of Baltimore on February 16th of this year, with the suspect being Samuel Big Sam Brown. In this case, a 56-year-old man is dead, a 9-year cop's career is on the line, and now we're going to take a look and see what happened. Samuel Brown was a father of 6. People seem to like him in the community. His family loved him, and his community is mourning him. That's real, and it matters. He is also a man that was found asleep at a stoplight behind the wheel at 3:20 in the morning with bloodshot eyes, smelling of alcohol, and blocking a travel lane. Both of those things are true. Okay, this call came out as a welfare check, 3:20 in the morning. Someone sitting at a light too long. No talk of a weapon, no threats, nothing like that. A welfare check. But any cop who's been on patrol any amount of time hears someone sitting at a light too long at 3:20 and is going to think of a drunk driver. The beginning of this video does not have audio. The first 50 seconds, you can see the officer speaking to him with the door open. This goes back and forth. I'll fast forward a little bit for you.
Get in your car. Get in your car, sir.
I glad I
Get in
am
your
a
car, sir.
I glad I'm a
Get in your fucking car, sir. Get in your car. Mm-hmm. 46. Start me a medic. Whitehead Court and Security Boulevard. I got a suspect.
Okay, he goes on to handcuff him and gets medical attention. All right, after the head strike, the suspect went down, hit his head on the pavement, suffered a broken jaw, broken nose, and brain damage, was in critical condition for 11 days, and then passed away on February 27th. So let's go ahead and break down this video. The first 50 seconds don't have audio. There's no way to know what was said and what wasn't said. We may never know what was said or what wasn't said. So I'll kind of just fast forward this, to be honest. There's not a lot going on. This part, I have a question about why he closed the door. I don't know. Curious. If I'm speculating, I'm like, he's probably saying stay in the car. He's going to go run him or something like that. But if he's had already observed bloodshot eyes and the smell of alcohol from his breath, probably shouldn't have left him in the car. Probably should have got him out and detained him. It's very difficult to tell with what happened with no audio. Okay, but it doesn't really matter to what happens ultimately in this case. Right now, the suspect's going to come out of the door. All the rest goes out the window. Okay, once he comes out, he's confronting this officer. It's a legal stop, so it's a legal detention. The officer is good to go on why he's there and why he has him detained, and now the suspect is going to start getting non-compliant. Okay, strike one. You'll see the officer reach out and try to create space as the suspect is walking up to him. He puts his arm in his chest. That's to let him know to get back. Push him back, create space so he can't get hit. Suspect smashes his hand down and hits his hand off of him. That's one. It's going to happen again.
Get in your car. Get in your car.
He's giving him orders. Get in your car. Get in your car. He is non-compliant. Guess what would keep him from getting hit in the face and ultimately smacking his head and dying just a few seconds later? Complying with legal orders.
Sir,
I glad I
get in
am
your
a
car, sir.
There's hit number 2.
I glad I'm a
Get in your fucking car, sir.
Okay, so here, check it out. You can't put your hands on police officers. You can't ignore them when they're telling you to get in your car and giving you a legal order while you're detained. You can't do it. You simply cannot do it. Then they're legally able to overcome your resistance of not listening to their legal orders and use force to overcome that, which is what you see here. No matter what happened in that first 50 seconds and what was said, this guy got out of his car, was told to get back in his car, did not. The officer pushed his hand out to create space and get the suspect back twice. He smashed his hands down. It's a no-brainer. This force is justified. He gave him the 1-2. Okay, he didn't pull out his baton and beat him. He didn't pepper spray him. He didn't tase him. He used personal hand weapons, and then something tragic happened. Okay, this guy doesn't smack his head in the pavement. This isn't even talked about. This is just a punch and somebody goes down. Okay, it's a tragedy that he hit his head. It is absolutely the suspect's fault, 100%. You cannot ignore police officers' orders. You cannot advance on police officers. You cannot punch their hands off of you when they're trying to create space. If you do, they're going to use force to overcome your resistance, like you see here. This is absolutely justified. This officer did nothing wrong. Next up, let's take on some of the claims about this incident. Claim number 1. He was just sleeping in his car. He didn't do anything wrong. Well, he may have been sleeping, but he was also blocking a lane of traffic at 3 a.m., most likely impaired, which brought the police there in the first place. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter why the initial contact was made as long as it was legal, and it was, because the suspect is the one who swiped away and hit the officer's hands twice, causing the response. Sleeping in your car ends the second you put your hands on an officer. Next claim. 2 armed swats don't justify 2 punches that killed a man. Officers aren't required to be hit, injured, or to continue to encounter resistance. They are able to use force to get compliance, period. The outcome is tragic, but the force was not excessive. He hit his head and a tragic injury occurred. The department policy says that he has to do de-escalation. Well, the officer spoke to him for at least 50 seconds on body cam. We don't know what was said. There was no force used there. Once the suspect got out and was ordered to get back in and was refusing, the officer pushed him with his hand twice to create space. De-escalation ends when a suspect puts his hands on a cop. That's all I have on this one. See you on the next.